Hello friends, Hazel here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a TBR video for a readathon I will be doing during the month of September, and that is the Avatar: The Last Airbender readathon. As a quick side note, if you hear weird noises like that in the background or see flashes, there's a pretty bad thunderstorm outside right now, but I needed to film, so you get this. So I can't right now remember the name of the booktuber hosting the readathon, but I will link her announcement video and the official Twitter account, and you can get all the necessary information and everything for the readathon that way. The basic information you need to know about the readathon is that everyone is in a group. You are either with one of the 4 elemental groups, so Air Nomads, Water Tribes, Earth Kingdom, or Fire Nation. Or if you want to be more impartial, you can join the White Lotus, which has a little more flexibility. Each team has prompts based on characters from the respective groups, but if you join the White Lotus, then you can pick and choose prompts from any of the groups and do whatever you want. It's actually quite fitting that it's storming out right now because I have signed up to be on the Water Tribe team. So there are only 3 prompts per team, which is good because during September my semester will have already started and goodness knows how much time I will have to read. But I can definitely still do 3 books in a month. If I'm remembering correctly, completing a prompt gets an extra 100 pages for your group, and each group is competing to have the most number of pages read overall. So, getting to the prompts for the Water Tribe and the books I have picked, the first prompt is Katara, and it is to read a childhood favorite, and for this I picked East by Edith Pateau. I don't know if I would call it a favorite, but I don't really know that I have any specific favorites from when I was a child. But I do remember reading this and really loving it. I think I actually got it from my school library when I read it, but recently I saw it in a bookstore and decided to pick it up because I remembered loving it, and I honestly kind of cover bought it because this is just a really gorgeous cover. And I also wanted to stick to the theme as best I could with these books. So I don't remember a ton about this, but I do know that it takes place mostly, at least, in a very cold environment. There is a character who is a polar bear. So it fits with Water Tribe because in Avatar, most of the waterbenders lived at the poles, and at the North Pole they have polar bears. So it works. And I've been wanting to reread this anyway, so it was the perfect opportunity. The next prompt is Sokka, and it is to read a book with interesting world building. This one was a little difficult because how am I supposed to know if a book has interesting world building before I read it? Yes, you can kind of guess, like, if it sounds interesting, but it's hard to know. But I do have a sequel to a book that I think has interesting world building, and it has an elemental-based magic system, so it's perfect, and that is Kingsbane by Claire Legrand. This is the sequel to Furyborn. It came out at the end of May, I believe, and I just haven't had a chance to get around to it, but I figured the magic system in it is elemental-based. It's not the 4 elements. There are 7 or 9 or something, and the 2 main characters both have the ability to control all of the elements, very Avatar-esque. And so I thought it would be the perfect book, and it's a pretty big book. It's almost 600 pages, which is good in a readathon that you are trying to get pages in for. I almost went with another book that's bigger, but I really wanted to stick to the theme of Avatar and all of this, so I decided to go with this one. I really apologize for the thunder. This is just what I get for being in South Louisiana. And the third and final prompt for the Water Tribe is Paku, and it is to read the group book. And the group book is the same for all of the groups, so everyone in the whole readathon will be reading the same book. And this book is actually part of why I was interested in doing this readathon, because as soon as I saw it and saw that there was a group book, I thought this might be it, or if it wasn't, I could find a way to work it in anyway, because the book is The Rise of Kyoshi by F.C. Yee. It tells the story of Avatar Kyoshi when she was discovering she was the Avatar and everything that went on then. I already had this book and I wanted to find time to read it, and this is the perfect time. So I probably would have found a way to work this in anyway, but it being the group book just is perfect. So that is it for my TBR. If you are interested in this readathon, definitely check it out. I will leave links in the description so you can go and find stuff. I'm sure there's some stuff I've left out because I can't remember it right now, so if you are interested, there is an entire Google Doc explaining everything. It sounds really interesting, and I am really excited for this. And also, as part of this, there's going to be a watch-along of the show that will also count as extra pages so that you don't feel guilty about watching instead of reading. So if you've been waiting for an excuse to rewatch the show, here's your excuse! So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are thinking about doing the readathon as well, let me know down in the comments. Talk to me, maybe talk about what books you're interested in reading for it. And even if you're not gonna do the readathon, if you like Avatar and want to talk about that, or you just want to talk about anything else, my comments are always open. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe leave a like and subscribe to see more from me. I will leave my social media links in the description so you can follow me on Goodreads, Instagram, and Twitter. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. That's bigger? Yikes. Because oh, it tells the story of Avatar. Yay.